Welcome back to No Man's Land, everybody. Driver 53 here, and we've got the International Tractor out again. As you can see, we've got the front attachment on there and the rear attachment. We're taking out some logs, and we're bringing them over here and getting rid of the stumps at the same time. And why are we doing this? Well, I'm going to go ahead and start expanding out the fields just a little bit more here once we get these crops out of the ground. It is now June, so we're getting really close to these crops being ready. Now, the sorghum, I don't think it's going to be quite ready yet, but the canola, possibly the wheat, I believe it's going to be ready here in about another month. Now, the trees out in the middle, I cannot get to right now. We're going to go and wait until after the harvest to be able to take those down and then send them off to the mill. And the sawmill, we've contacted them, and they're going to cut up some of this for us and help me build a, well, they're not going to help me build, but they're going to give me some planks that are going to help me be able to build a animal pen for our sheep. Instead of paying some company to come in and do it all, I've decided I'm going to use a bunch of the resources here on the farm. We're going to cut down some trees and go that route. Be a little bit more sustainable, so I'm keeping a little bit more of the money. We had to let Michael go back for the summertime here. We don't have a whole lot of work going on. I'm able to take care of it mostly myself. But when harvest time hits, we are definitely going to need his help. So that's what we're doing today. Cutting down trees and getting ready for the final prep here on the harvest. So let's go see what trees we're going to be taking out. So primarily the trees that we're going to be taking care of over here on this side of the property were the ones right up here next to the fields. I wanted to be able to make sure that when we were up here with the harvester, we weren't going to have an issue. But I'm going to go ahead and take out this tree right here. And then we're going to move around over to the other side of the field and make a little bit more room over there, because I realized that we could expand this side of the field up a little bit more, kind of straighten it out a little bit, and just maximize the amount of area that we have to the field. But up there between those two groups of trees right in the middle, we're going to do something special. And we need to get those trees out of there too. But I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what it is yet. But I want to show you something that happened over here. We, apparently, some of the deer have been coming over and eating the crops. Now, I don't know how I'm going to prevent this. I don't know if we're going to have any other areas of the field that this is going to happen to also. I mean, maybe they just feel really comfortable and decided just to take out this one little spot right here. I have no idea even when it happened. It just came out one day and I saw it, but I hadn't been over here in a few weeks, so I'm not really sure. But I'm going to go and get started on this, and whenever we're taking all those logs down to the sawmill, definitely bring you guys back and fill you in maybe a little bit more on what our plan of action is going to be here with those logs. So I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but we were having some difficulties with that older International. So I had to take it up to the shop. We've got a mechanic up there that's going to do a look over on it. Let me know exactly what it's going to cost to fix that thing. I'm not expecting this to be a very cheap bill at all, and it might mean that we have to get rid of it. So I'm going to be looking at a couple new options here later on this fall to see, what could a replacement be for that machine. Do I want to go a little bit bigger if we make a lot of money on the harvest, or do I want to invest in some other things here around the farm instead of just a new tractor? We still have our harvester that's going to be delivered. It's on its way. Don't worry. It'll be here in time for harvest. They're wrapping up just a couple more things to it, making sure that it's tip-top shape before they deliver it here. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and start baling up some hay, because I'm going to need that for the sheep. Now, I don't know if it's going to be this fall that we're going to get the sheep or next spring, but I figure one way or another I need some hay made, and I figure what better time to make it than right now when I don't really have a whole lot of stuff going on around the farm. We did get the trees taken out that I wanted to get taken out, so you can see that we have a nice flatter area up there on top now that I'm going to be able to put something in right here. And then, like I said, we are still planning on doing the sheep. That is a plan that is going to happen. And you guys will get to see, what's going on up here. So I'm gonna keep on rocking out on this, and I guess when it's time for me to start tedding, I'll show you guys what piece of equipment we're gonna be using to do that, and then make the bales. This Pottinger tedder right here is absolutely amazing. I went down to the shop to see what they had, and this thing just happened to be laying around. So it's it's super wide. It's almost double the size of like all the other equipment that they had up there. So it's quite pricey. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it to really get something this big. You know what I mean? Because it definitely knocked this field out really, really quickly. But man, if one day, if I need this, this would be a really, really awesome piece of equipment here to have. So I gave the shop up here a ring just to see if they had any windrowers, because that's the next thing I needed here to be able to take care of all that grass that we got going on over there on the other side of the farm. And he actually said, "Hey, it's a really good thing you called me. I was actually getting ready to call you." And he had some bad news about the tractor. The old International that I picked up on the auction, it's terminal, y'all. We got to sell it. Basically for scrap is what we're going to get out of it. He doesn't have any other tractors right now available because everybody's getting ready for harvest. So hopefully right after harvest, something's going to come available that I'm going to be able to have the money for. That's the biggest thing. I don't have the money for anything right now. He said there are some available, but they're a little bit more expensive. So he did say that there was something else though that I might be very, very interested in picking up. Because he knows that we've got a lot of hay that we're going to be doing, or a lot of hay and a lot of straw that we're going to be doing here this fall. And he said that he had a customer looking for a Vicon fast bale. I said, well, I might be willing to let that go to be able to get me a new tractor, because I just leave the grass and hay on the ground, right? And he said, no, I think I got something else you're going to enjoy a little bit more. So he said, get that thing cleaned up, get it repaired, whatever you can do there. That way we don't have to do any charge anything here for it, and bring it up, and I can make you a deal on a new baler. So that's what we're doing. We're going to use our nice air compressor we've got right here to clean this thing up as best we can. We don't have any running water down here. I have to go all the way down to the lake, and I don't have really any way to pressurize it. So we're going to use a compressor right here, and then we got our toolbox here with just a few little tools in it, and we're going to fix this thing up as best I can. I know there's a few nuts and bolts that I need to tighten up a little bit, and let's I don't know. Let me see how well I can make this thing look here real quick. Y'all, it shined up really, really nice. I had some rags laying around, so we wiped everything off. This thing must have had an amazing coat of wax on it because I got it shiny. Now the paint is, the paint's coming off a little bit, and we got a little bit of I don't know, just gentle use here, but I don't have any touch-up paint or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it like this. But I'm gonna get it hooked up, take it up there, and we'll see what they give us for it. It is a sad day to see this tractor right here go, but I'm quite pleasantly surprised. For the two items that you see right here in front of you, the shop here is going to give me about $95,000, just a little bit under that. So we're gonna go ahead and sell them the items, and he told me the price on this new piece of equipment, and I was like, man, I can't afford that, not at all. He said, well, you go ahead and give me what you got. We'll take this right here as your down payment on this piece of equipment. You go make some money, and then bring me the back, what the rest of it that you owe us, because we know the harvest is coming up too. You're gonna need some money to be able to get going on that. You got to get your workers paid, things. He's like, after harvest, let's come square up. I was like, are you sure? He said, absolutely. So y'all, we picked up one of these. This is a Kloss Quadrant 5300 FC. We got some windrowing capabilities here on the front by Lizard. Absolutely beautiful piece of equipment here. So I'm gonna go and use this thing right away. The guy said it's maintenance, it's ready, it's lubed, everything is good to go. So we've got that hay that we got to get taken care of. I'm gonna go and run over there and show you guys exactly how we're gonna use this thing. This windrowing baler is insane. I mean, look at this right here. We are able to pick up so much hay. And I've got a feeling that whenever it's time to do our straw, we might be able to get 2 rows with this. So I am really, really looking forward to this now. We do have a harvest coming up. We've got, I think, 3 crops, oats, wheat, and no, we don't have barley. So just 2 of our crops are going to have straw. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. But I've got to go ahead and get this done. We got to get this stored, and then it's going to be time to start harvesting. I mean, the crops are really, really close to start turning here. So this is going to be the end of today's episode, everybody. The next time you see me, we should have that new piece of equipment delivered. Remember, we got something at the auctions, and they were tweaking it just a little bit more. It was kind of a little bit broken down, so we had to have somebody fixing it because I didn't have all the tools here to be able to do it. But it should be here in time for the harvest. So we're gonna get all this collected. We're gonna store it over behind our sale shed over there, and then it's gonna be time to go. So I'm really excited to show you guys what that other piece of equipment is. Well, I mean, it's a harvester. All right. I'm excited to show you what the harvester looks like so that we can actually get all these crops off these fields. We get to use our truck. I mean, I'm hoping I don't need anything else. I mean, I'm hoping that one truck, one harvester is going to be enough. We've got 400,000 liters of storage space. Hopefully that's enough. If we've got more than that, man, that's going to be absolutely insane. But like I said, everybody, that's going to be the end of today's episode. So I appreciate it very much, you guys stopping in. And if you want to stay up to date on everything that we've got going on here on No Man's Land, consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, make sure you hit the notification bell too. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Till next time, this is Driver 53, signing off.